How was the wedding?
It was good. It was long. I think I got sick from the plane because it was in Mexico. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it was good. It was really fun, but long weekend and tiring. But
I can tell. I can tell. I mean, like
Mhm.
that's um,
Plus, I don't know if you know anything about Indian weddings, but Indian weddings are like 4 days long. They're pretty long because they have a
yeah.
different, so it's just a marathon. But
So
that's all right.
you need a break after the
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wedding vacations.
Yeah. I know,
I
but
mean,
it was good.
we can have a meeting tomorrow. I mean, I don't
No, no, no,
care.
no, no. No, no, no. We should meet today. I feel like I'm so behind. I like took the time yesterday to read through the whole conversation between you and Pranav on our channel. Um,
Uh,
great work, by the way. I feel bad. I feel like I've been kind of lacking. Um, but I did go through, I think before I left, I downloaded all the iNaturalist files that like apply to our filter, and I
Perfect.
ran them through BirdNet. So now I'm just manually annotating them.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
I do want to say though that those files, they don't always have the time, and then they don't have any elevation. It's just longitude and latitude and time. Um,
That's
and then
what we
I'll
have.
yeah, yeah, that's what we have, is what we have. I'll also go through and label if things have a buzz or a call. Um, tonight. I'm gonna finish that up tonight.
Okay, perfect,
Um,
perfect.
cool. I looked through some of the notes for the other meetings I missed. Um, and I guess I'll let you kind of update me on what our next steps are.
Yeah. So like you can also read the summary for our computational experts meeting, and
Mhm, yeah, I did.
basically, yeah. So in this case, we are, I guess, we're still working on the analysis, but at the same time, we gotta do the modeling. There is no time left. It's April
Right.
already. Yes, even it's April's full still.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta work on it.
Um,
So,
right.
um, uh, getting back to the data we have. So, I like when I presented our summary to Pranav, I realized that one of the files was duplicated. So it was PSM3 and PSM7. So somehow um, we had two PSM3 and one of them was named PSM7. So I just
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah. So and that's the one question, one issue. Another issue is uh, some of the Pranav's scientific names were probably not up to date because he told me
Yeah.
like their scientific names could change at some point of a time.
You're right.
And as I realized, he also corrected three species. So and overall, let's say at the confidence level point 7, it gave us extra 8K observations. That's a lot.
Right, right, right.
That's a
Yeah, I did
lot.
see that. I did see that, and like the expectant added it to it.
Yeah.
Um, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So, and he also wanted to know like some other data, and he asked us in the chat. Um, it looks a little bit too much because when you ask him to plot for every location, it means just like a lot. And so in this case, I try like so like I added up the elevation like high, mid, and low. So we
Hmm.
can split the data set into three data sets and
Okay.
probably work with those kind of levels. And also I was trying to build up the tree map. Okay, let me show you. And probably okay, hold on a second. So let's and actually in our analysis I also added up confidence level 1. Why I added
Okay.
up? Because like in this case, so there's the counts of observations. I wanted to see like the rate of change of counts. So like just like like to make like the final decision because at this point the accuracy uh, of the total data set changed a bit. So that's the rate of changes and that's the speed acceleration. So like let's see like
Right.
the speed, the acceleration, it changes like from zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.8, it's almost the same, but after
Hmm.
zero point 0.8, it changes a lot. Uh, and basically for habitants and total acceleration. And for non-habitants, basically at zero point 0.7, it's all the same. So almost no changes in terms of speed. That's the
Right.
acceleration, not the change itself, but the acceleration. So it means like it's changing with the same speed. And also, yes, this is point one. That's counts of observations, which just okay. So, yes, and here, like as last time, we can see the accuracy comparison. So, like that's the habitant accuracy, non-habitant, and overall. So, in this case, after we adjusted our data on both sides, from our side and the Pranov side, we see that the overall accuracy and habitant accuracy, they are close at zero point 0.8, not at zero point 0.7.
Right.
So probable. Yes, and also like the acceleration rate at some point drops at zero point 0.8. And here as well, like so like it's just going down, like the change itself, rate of the change, it goes like after 0.75. So like probably so we can also consider 0 0.8, but I need more um not of time, but maybe more plots to make sure like we have the right choice. So and for the Pranov's task to okay, so let me see, yes. For the Pranov's task to plot him the richness of each location. I was trying to build up the tree map like
Hmm.
that. So like it's but basically tree map says like what is the portion of each value in the whole data set. But I
Oh, I
mean
see. Okay.
it's not looking good because actually like let's say like that's because in my I used to do those plots in Looker. I mean, it also could be done in Tableau. So like when
Right.
the let's say the Hume Warbler has also label how many values we have, like a summary, and like let's say like we here for example we have four like not squares but rectangles. And so in this case, when doing that in Looker or Tableau, the labels themselves they are fit in each square or rectangular. Here is kind of in Python, it's kind of difficult for me at least. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run all this data uh, through the Looker and just present. 1 second, please. I'm sorry. One
Sure.
second. I'm sorry. So
No worries.
so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run all the confidence level in Looker because it gives just like very like good tree map. Just show me like a plot, just showing like let's say the richness, and in our case we can let's say make top 10, top 20. It will be enough. basically. So to give the main idea for Pranav, what is the best for him. And in this
Yeah.
case, when you given the richness, we already dropping. I mean, I'm thinking we might drop non-habitants already because it
Okay.
doesn't make any sense to include them in the richness if definitely they're not in the list. So there
Right.
is no point. Yeah, that's yeah. But basically, so like, the approach is like to get the change of the rate of the rate of change and also the acceleration. So and as we can see, like point 0.8 probably the best choice, and also yeah right here as well. But probably we can think about something else. And when you run in point 0.8 as a data, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Um, I didn't. Yes, I ran. Yeah, so like when you run the point 0.8 data, yeah, I already I added. Okay. So we have 80K observations, and the
Hmm.
data is a little bit different from the summary we have here. But I mean, we're gonna change it absolutely according to the data we have right now.
Right. So
So
the data we have right now is what confidence level is that? The one with the 100,000.
100,000 one. Okay, 1 second. Let me
The one
just
that you just showed. The what? How many? Or what's the confidence level?
point 0.8. So like, no 80,000. 80,000. It's
Right.
point 0.8.
What is the one that we had previously? What it
Previously point
was
0.7.
point
If you
0.7.
run
Okay.
point 0.7 previously before the changes, it had like 102K, and after almost like 100 like 11 some or like 110. Yeah, so
Hmm.
plus 8K. Um, so we have to define, I guess, point 0.8 seems to be okay right now because the data is different a little bit. And we just need to give the Pranav plots to make so to help him make a decision. But I guess point 0.8, it's what we have to show him and explain the choice, probably.
Okay. Okay. So we basically just have to explain to him why. Um, species richness at each location. Okay.
Yeah, so in this case, probably not each location, probably because that's a lot of plots. I mean, we
Right,
can
right.
do it
Okay.
actually. We can do that. It should be not any problem, technically. But how is gonna help him to decide
Right. That might just
what
be too
level?
much.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
we can do that. The
At each
richness, let's
elevation.
say after we decide the confidence level. So that's
Yeah.
okay. But if we have like let's say 40 locations, multiplied by 5.
Hmm.
That's a lot.
A lot.
Two
Yeah.
200 plots.
Yeah.
Are you
Like
sure
that's not really helpful.
you're gonna look at them? I mean,
Right. Of each species and average confidence. Okay. So yeah, we'll just explain to him. Basically, we need to follow up with him and be like, 80 is a good confidence level, and this is why. Right.
it is a trade-off. Yeah. So because like, mm, I mean, we can do like both point 0.7 and point 0.8 and try to compare, but probably I would be inclined more to point 0.8, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. In
Okay.
this case, we just like like we definitely uh avoid more misclassification mistakes, and we if we haven't captured uh a lot of species, probably then it will be okay. Will be enough.
Yeah.
It's better like capture less, but with higher probability, and make sure like this is probably the best choice when capturing more. and saying like just okay, like just have the possibility of capturing like like a misclassified species.
Right. Like a higher, yeah, probability of misclassifications. Um, he says he wants species richness. What does he mean by that? Like what the
Richness?
top, yeah, he says like species richness at each location. Is that like what species are at
How
each,
many
like a count?
how many counts of each species at specific location?
Okay. Okay. Cool. Um, I made, I don't know if this is correct, but I did try to make a, let me show you, kind of like a network type interaction network plot thing. This is based on what you sent earlier to Pranav, and we can change those values. But basically, um,
Yeah. So
yeah, so basically, so this is based on the count of each species that you sent to Pranav in the channel earlier, like the pairs, right, of
the
between
pairs.
the different
Okay,
ones.
okay, I got it. Okay, uh-huh.
Um, but I used, oh, I see now. I used all of these pairs, so I guess.
No problem. I mean, that's
Yeah,
the plot sounds like looks cool. I mean, to me.
right. I thought it was interesting. And the each edge kind of shows the thickness of the edge shows how many, right? It's like more interactions. And then
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
okay, cool.
that's the plot that we can use definitely to
Right,
show him like, okay, that's what the interaction of Humes. Yeah.
right, right. Yeah, just to show all the different ones, all the different pairs. Yeah, and then yeah, yeah. Basically, thicker means more co-detections, and a connection means that they were both were seen or overlapped somewhere within the audio chunk.
What do I mean by overlapped? Like, let's say two other species except the Humes Warbler. Oh,
Yeah, so like if there is a connection between the two, basically it means because I think that's what yours is saying, right? Because you're I took what you said, yours observing the interacting within three audio chunks, 3 second
yes,
audio
right,
chunk, right?
right, right.
So yeah, so that's all a connection just means that they were in the same audio chunk or
Yeah,
interacting within a 3 second. And then the thickness of that edge basically indicates um, that there's many more interactions. So that's why like the blue tail and the Humes, there's like what 319. That's why there's so many in between. And then
what
there's a
about
Tyler.
Titler's leaf Warbler and crowned Warbler? So in this case, is it
Yeah,
like between both of them or still
yeah.
between Humes and leaf Warbler?
So I included both this between Humes and between Crown. That's what I was a little confused at, and I need to fix is like the spread of this because I feel like it's not totally clear. Like especially in this area, but this is the connection between these two. And if I remember correctly, I also included Tyler's and Hume's because that's also one that we see, correct? Oh, no.
Because I mean, it looks to me like as I understand, like so, like there is like Humes is in the middle, right? So
Hmm.
like a central point, and then you have these not vectors, but okay, the connections, the network. Uh,
Here,
if
I'll see.
let's say so in this case, like let's say leaf Warbler, like titles leaf Warbler has only connection with Western Crowned Warbler, and that's it, right? Or
Right, right, that is correct.
okay, so
Because
it's
I
not
don't think,
communic. So it's like uh all of them or only Hume's Warbers.
well, I used your top 5 pairs and I
Okay,
used all the pairs with Humes
okay, interesting.
because
That's
you
I'm
sent
not.
both of those, right?
Mhm.
So I included both. And so the connections are just with one another. And I don't think you included anything with Titlers and Hume, so that's why there's no connection here, but because there's connection between these two and a connection between Western and Hume's.
Because I can see like let's say 1 second. Uh,
I also, if you want to take a look at the code, I also pushed it up. Um,
yeah, because let's see
it's
like okay, so like we go like look I'm just looking right now like
sure.
Western Crowned Warbler. We have this PC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have at least 6. We have at least 6 pairs of Western Crowned Warbler with another species. So probably what I'm telling it because probably that's only Hume's Warblers connections, not
Yeah, yeah,
all of them.
yeah, it is. I only used whatever you provided on our in the chat.
Okay,
So
okay.
whatever, and I said I put it in the chat here what I used. But if you have any other data, if you want to give me not just the top 5, but all the pairs between all birds, then I can run the model again, or I can run the plot
Oh, you mean
again.
like top? You got top 10, like top 5. Okay, so
Yeah.
wait a second.
So I got the
Western.
top 5 that you sent, and then I
Okay, I
got
got
all
it.
the pairs with Humes. That's what I
Oh,
used.
okay. I
Um,
got you.
but that's only because I was just using the analysis you gave and I made a plot from it. But
Yeah.
if you have the entire list of pairs, I can put that in here and then run that to see a full plot with not just Humes, but all the birds in the area. I can do that too.
Mhm.
I was just using what you gave me.
Got it.
I can.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, like right now, my notebook has all the pairs, but based on the point 8 confidence level,
Okay.
uh, fine, point 8, and then we have to decide at some point which confidence level we are going to use.
Yeah.
Point 7,
This
point
has been
8.
the question for weeks now. What
Exactly.
confidence level to
Yes.
use? And so, do you think this is a decision that you and I should make, or is it something that we still need to be confirmed with Pranav?
So we have to confirm. Definitely we have to
Okay.
confirm, but it just gotta come out based on our analysis and our vision of the data. And we
Hmm.
have to explain why we think point 7 or point 8 is the best choice. That's it. So
Right.
like, and then it's like if Pranav says, okay, I don't care if we are misclassifying some species, but what I care is just like get more as we can, right? But not just
Hmm.
going like deep to like misclassification situation. Then we go with point 7. If he wants to get like more accurate data than point 8, because point 9 it could be also a choice at some point. 1 second, but okay. But then like the let me see how much is gonna be for point 9, point 8. What is the difference? Um, yeah, if at point 8 we got 80K, then at point 9 we got 50K. of all the observations. So if you're okay with that,
Yeah, that's
then we go with 0.9. That which is
okay.
also okay actually. I mean, but probably all the acceleration and change, like in rate of change, is going down at zero point 0.8. Probably that's the best choice, as I can see right now.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree.
So
Um,
just need to provide him like more ground information why we think zero point 0.8 is the best choice. And we can work with zero point 0.8 confidence level. And still just
yeah,
maybe like still like we can do like some 0.7, 0.8 analysis, like for this richness of the species.
yeah,
But not by the location, but probably high, medium, and low elevation.
right. Okay,
Yeah. So let me upload this analysis whether tonight or tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna do
okay,
upload it um, at our repository, and then uh, we can do analysis at zero point 0.7 and zero point 0.8, maybe zero point 0.9 as well, actually, to give him at least some information. But probably
okay.
we should, as we see right now, it's not just our subjective opinion. As we see right now, like it's better probably to choose zero point 0.8.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna finish the manual annotation and
Yeah.
then I want to look at all of the bird pairs that you had posted. I'll look at your analysis and get that on your notebook. And I'll make a new social network graph.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do the species richness at each elevation. I can do that as well. And I'll just go ahead and run that, or at least I'll put together the code for it at point 0.8. And then if we change the number, we can do that later. But I want to get at least started on the plots for that, for
Okay.
the
Okay.
for the low,
Okay.
mid, and high.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Sounds good.
does that sound good? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right, that's all I have. I just wanted to kind of know a little bit more
And yeah, probably you
summary.
just have you gotta get some rest. Definitely.
Thanks. Do you still want to meet on Thursday or tomorrow? I don't mind
We
either
can do
day.
just a me like a very quick check up and see like what's up. That's it. We don't
Okay.
have to have like a meeting. We can chat and see like if we need anything
Okay.
else.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Okay, perfect
Sweet.
then.
Sweet. Thanks, Andre. I appreciate
Thank you,
you
Vanessa.
taking over while I was out.
No problem. No problem. I know wedding is not a joke.
It's not a joke. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.